Hey, good afternoon, good evening. Today we're going to talk about transversals with parallel lines. Your homework tonight was to watch 2.6 and 2.7 video notes, which is, of course, both dealing with transversals. So 2.6, you learned about the type of angle pairs that are made with transversals. Um, and so today we're going to talk about how transversals and what type of angle relationships are created by transversals that cut through parallel lines. So if you look at this first section here, there's an investigation. So you're going to go to this website. It's actually called GeoGebra. It's pretty fun. And you'll get to toy around with lines and angles. And those 6 questions you're going to answer based on that investigation that you do. So this link, you can just copy. You can rather take this link and type it into your toolbar or search engine, or the link is in the description box, okay? So you can just go right to the description box and click on the link and it'll take you to where you need to go. So please make sure that you do that. This needs to be filled in tomorrow. The link does work. I've used it several times. Please do not come in tomorrow and say the link doesn't work. That's not true. All right, so for this section, special case, parallel lines. So, of course, these lines are parallel. Typically, when you see parallel lines, there'll be an arrow to indicate that they're parallel. So a lot of the time, you're going to see that, and that means, oh, these two lines are parallel, okay? But what is the special case for transversals cutting through parallel lines? Well, the conditional and the converse of it. The conditional statement is here, and these actually apply. If line A is parallel to line M, then angle 1 is congruent to angle 5. And if we look at the relationship between those two, right, the relationship is what? Angle 1 and angle 5 are corresponding angles. So you're going to write corresponding angles are congruent in two parallel lines being cut by a transversal. Okay? So their angle relationship is that they are corresponding, but they're congruent to each other because of that relationship. Another set of corresponding angles that are congruent are 2. Angle 2 is congruent to angle 6. Angle 3 is congruent to angle 7. And angle 4 is congruent to angle 8. Corresponding angles are congruent. The converse of this is if angle 1 is congruent to angle 5, then by that happening, if they give you this information, like angle 1 is 93 degrees and angle 5 is 93 degrees, then these two lines have to be parallel, right? So if corresponding angles are congruent, then your lines are parallel. All right? So here we have it. Lines are parallel if and only if corresponding angles are congruent. Okay? The next conditional statement is that if line A is parallel to line M, then angle 4 and angle 5 are congruent. Okay? Angle 4 is congruent to angle 5. And these are alternate interior angles. So alternate interior angles are congruent, okay? And so if you have alternate interior angles, like say you're told that angle 4 and 5 are both, like I said, 93 degrees, then that means if they're both 93 degrees, then that means these two lines are parallel to each other, because lines are parallel if and only if alternate interior angles are congruent. So another set of congruent angles would be angle 3 and angle 6. Alternate interiors, alternate interiors. Okay. And then the next statement, okay, if A is parallel to M, then the measure of angle 3 plus the measure of angle 5 are equal to 180. What does that mean? Consecutive or same side interior angles are supplementary. Interior angles are supplementary, meaning they add up to 90 degrees. Are supplementary. Okay, let me try to angle that so that you can see it. I don't know why this one is not. Okay. Trying to fix it here. Okay. Not sure how much that helped. Righty, so another set of supplementary alternate interior angles are, supplementary consecutive interiors are angle 4 plus angle 6 equal 180 degrees. So same side interior angles are supplementary. All right. The same thing applies for alternate exterior. They don't say it here, but alternate exterior angles, if alternate exteriors are congruent, so for example, this is an alternate exterior to 8, angle 1 and angle 8, right? So if angle 1 is congruent to angle 8, then line A is parallel to line M. If angle 1 is congruent to angle 8, then these two are parallel, because lines are parallel if alternate exterior angles are congruent. Or if angle 2 is congruent to angle 7. And we're just going to write here, alternate exterior angles are congruent. Are congruent. And that's the end of that. Do the try it out, and I'll see you tomorrow.